This is Pepto-Bismol coming to you after a long hiatus, casting you only the greatest hits from our recent war. Sorry, that's my builder base, folks. Let me see if we can go ahead and get back to the war log. Alright, clan castle there. Here we go, let's see what we got. So this is our loss versus Breeze 56. I think someone said they were French. That sucks. Generally, French people not good at fighting. So looks like we left a lot of stars up top. I know that the meta has kind of shifted a whole bunch regarding these kind of Town Hall 12 hits. I'll do my best to comment on that. But let's hit a couple of these successful 3 stars down low. Joe Pavo's pretty much been running this kind of Ice Golem, Dark Elixir, Witch loadout. And I think that this base overall, pretty much caves in. I think at the Town Hall 11 level, we've seen a lot of these isolated Infernos, which is always a pain in the butt, especially for Electro Dragons. For me, if I see an ISO Inferno with single target, it's always a huge deal. I think one thing that I'd really like to try to get moving forward are the bat slaps. I know G-Force and Igor have just been bat slapping each other nonstop. So here we go. Looks like he releases his forces in 2 waves there, and then he gets a Witch wave with some Ice Golems coming in the back. I like this kind of staggered Ice Golem deployment, trying to get them to trigger at different times, maximize their freeze. Again, I think Ice Golems make an unbelievably effective clan castle troop. Because they run into the enemy forces, freeze the whole thing, and you're basically staring at like 3 or 4 seconds there of full stun of your whole army. Alright, so here things are looking a little tricky. Wrecker's down, and that single target Inferno is going to start picking stuff off. Oh, this is a bat slap. Nice. Okay, so cool. So he's got the bats coming in. Looks like he was just targeting mostly AoE things. So he's still got that wizard tower up. Yeah, okay, there he goes. He drops your freeze on the other wizard tower. Wizard tower goes down. And here, just a reminder for you folks, it really does look like the bats specifically target defensive structures. So that's something to keep in mind. Again, this is all me learning on the fly here. So he looks like he finally got that wizard tower down. I think it was the queen. Oh no, the wizard smoked his whole bat army. Alright, so you had, basically when you do the bat slap, I think the entire attack is focused on tanking air bombs and getting rid of wizard towers. Wizard towers, other than of course multi-shot Infernos, are the only thing that can really mess up a bat slap. And the nice thing about having the witches is that they're kind of exploiting a similar thing. So again, the witches are vulnerable to wizard towers, but any point defense is completely useless, right? Any X-bow, cannon, archer tower, even in fast attack, can't mess with the Skelly Swarm. So here we go. Skelly Swarm coming in at the remainder of these point defenses. And there we go. Yeah, turned into a nice bat slap attack. I was not paying attention, Joe Pavo. So this is a great one. Again, I think that it's kind of this kind of highlights the 50-50 choices you have to make on defense. Do you guard against the bat slap? Do you guard against Electro Loon? Again, I think the setup for those is completely different. Alright, so here we go. Thresh, bring in, looks like a G-Weebo, pretty standard attack. I think Giants always are strong, and if you get the penetration, he gets a good funnel there. He's got some witches going out wide, but the majority of his troops go mid. The bowlers are doing great stuff, and his spell placement, I think, is really what sells it for me. His spell placement was really on point. Kind of had that Grand Warden ability, in the pocket, so he didn't even need it. Essentially, this base, completely crushed it. I think these kind of bases that don't have either an ISO gimmick or, a lot of different compartments are pretty easy fodder. I hate to say it. Thony /56, your base really sucks. Thank God we pounded it. So let's take a look at some of these. I'll go through a couple of the 2 stars. Igor really hitting up, picking up 2 on there too. Igor basically with max troops except for his king. Good lord, man. Good lord. Alright, let's see what we got. So he's queen walking a little bit. And that was his Electro Dragon that went down. I don't think that was part of the plan, but it seems like it's okay. Alright, so yeah, good poison there. Let's see, let's speed this thing up a little bit. So queen walk into the Giga Tesla. Alright, here we go. Ooh, yeah, it's a big one too. Jeez. Alright, so he's got the rage. Yeah, just rages through. You know, I kind of wonder about that move. I don't like exposing a Giga Tesla like that. You know, I think the bases that I've seen cause the most trouble are the core nut bases. I think that's kind of the direction that Supercell was pushing us in a little bit. You know, going ahead and saying, you know, put your town hall in the middle. Don't give up an easy town hall. You know, we're going to harden up your town hall, make it a linchpin of your defenses. I mean, the Giga Tesla is a defensive linchpin for Town Hall 12. I don't understand why you'd ISO it off the side like that. You know, we used to have this guy in our clan. His name was Super Duty. He was an idiot, and he would, you know, give up a free town hall in war, and not even, and, you know, he called it a trap because he put all his traps there, and he had a couple hidden Teslas, but everyone kept 3-starring his base, and we all made fun of him. A long story. But anyway, yeah, Igor comes in, you know, decent bully walk. I think that's the right move. Just pick up the 2-star, especially when you're hitting up so much. So again, Igor, you know, great hit there. I don't have too much criticism other than to say, you know, Pat's base was not perfect. And I think, you know, P.E.K.K.A seem like they're kind of making a comeback. I think G-Force does this kind of P.E.K.K.A thing with his bat slap a whole bunch. So, again, so that's kind of like you're stressing different defensive structures, right? So the P.E.K.K.As are really high point defense, whereas the bat slap swarm, you know, they're the ones that go against the AoE. So your P.E.K.K.As are going to smoke out your wizard towers. The bat slap, you know, hopefully can target the single targets and protect the P.E.K.K.As. You know, when things go right, it can go really right. But yeah, you know, if anyone has any comments on the Town Hall 12 meta, you know, I'm definitely open to that discussion. I think we're fairly inconsistent on these Town Hall 12 bases. I think there's a lot of defensive nuance there that we just aren't tapping into. But, you know, we'll keep it going. Man, these guys are min-maxed, as someone had pointed out. I mean, these are like, these walls, man, jeez. I think this is like super blue wall at this point, and I'm still like trying to get my magma walls up. As a terrible anecdote, I thought I was done going to magma walls, which is level Town Hall 10 walls, and I click on my stupid builder thing, and it says I have 20 walls left. So I was pretty upset about that. But in any case, let's see if I can get... Versus came pretty close. All right, Versus, what you got? Oh yeah, Max Electro Loon. All right, let's see what we can do. Yeah, so I've been trying to do like a Town Hall 11 Electro Loon against these guys just to see what happens. Ooh, you're kind of swinging right into that air sweeper. But you come across the middle, and then your spell placement is really, really good. It's a great spell placement there. And then you hit, pop the Giga Tesla. That's nice. Yeah, the Tornado Trap, I think that thing's super annoying. And it's basically just a stun. I mean, I think it hit ground troops too. It's kind of ridiculous. But in any case, I see. You do a separate hero push after the Electros. That's interesting. I would have sent the Grand Warden. Well, either way, seems like you get a ton of this base because you have your freezes. And then, alright, their Ice Golems fire. But then you have your troops rolling in. Yeah, and then you just hero out. Yeah, that's pretty good. I don't have too much to say. I think the Electros, you know, definitely got the bulk of it. You probably just get smoked by the single target Inferno Tower because there's nothing you can do. But, yeah, all in all, good hit. You know, Lord Bear used to do this kind of staggered hero thing a ton after a Dragon Rage to pick up the extra %. And I think that's the right move. You know, you go for use your air, you dive on the Town Hall, and then you use your heroes to clean up and pick up that 50. It's perfect. And, you know, the Queens really interfere with the Electro Dragons, so that's maybe something that I should be analyzing too. But anyway, we'll keep this one short and sweet. Again, team, this was a tough loss. I feel like we'd kind of been on a win streak there, and I think it was a great clan war. I felt like we did really, really well. Not enough to move up, but I think we placed third. So again, keep upgrading, stay focused, and it's good to be back. Good to be back. I'll let you guys know when my second child is born and I have to take a brief hiatus. But in the meantime, good hunting out there. Pepto out.